This is the Solar Hunter build. I'm going to get straight into it this time. So running Gambler's Dodge, which is probably the best option because it resets your melee. Knife Trick, definitely the best melee for this. Trip Mine Grenade is really good too. On your mark and Crack Shot. You can run Gunpowder if you want. And then the aspects have got Combustion, Char, Singeing, Ashes. And then the last one is the Torches, which is also really good as well. But obviously, I do decide to go Eruption instead of Combustion here because I think Eruption does work better with a build if you're not like doing neutral game content, doing higher end stuff. Because you're not really going to get the ignitions on your super as much, I don't think, in higher end stuff. But you probably just want to run like Blade Barrage or the Marksman Golden Gun if you're also doing harder stuff. You could use Searing as well, but I don't think you really need it because you're already making enough fire sprites as it is, so it doesn't really matter that much. But you can obviously run it if you want to, but with the solar aspects, you can kind of do what you want, really. Just as long as you go ashes and like the radiant one, should be all good. We'll go over some of the weapons now. So we're using the call here, but in the gameplay you'll see in a minute we're using the lionfish. But the call is also really good. If you want to run demolition instead of lead from gold, is what you can do. And one for all is pretty good as well, so recommend doing that as well. And obviously max it out at tier 5 as well. Yeah, lionfish is overload on it. And then I've got lead from gold on that as well. Sunshot is going to be the energy weaponry run for like neutral game stuff. But Skyburner's Oath is probably the better option if you're doing higher end stuff, as the you scorches enemies, ignites them, so you just get a trip mine grenade faster. I just prefer running Sunshot in general, but if it's like a harder stuff, I just run Skyburners. I need the catalyst for it though as well. So you've got other options as well, like the battle rifle or the Aramite if you want to run like a primary kinetic. But you can just run conditional finality with the battle rifle, and it's pretty good conditional and like higher end stuff. You can just constantly freeze and ignite stuff. Kind of insane, but you can go with what you want really. And then on the heavy, we got the Apex Predator. I think this is one of the best rockets in the game, but not as good as the Ensign Vengeance from Vault Glass. But I haven't got that, so I'm choosing this. But yeah, if you want to go with like a machine gun, you can do that as well. We'll go into the artifact now as well, but there isn't that many options other than like the radius for solar ignitions. Like energy diffuse and substrates good for the resistance. Elemental siphon pretty good as well. You get an elemental pickup, which is useful for this. And then these other options aren't really that good, but like press the advantage is just like there, just average. Like if you want to use it, radiant orbs, yeah, just getting radiant constantly, which is needed. This is only really good if you're going in like champion stuff, but you can just roll something else if you want. Yeah, this is like the main one. And then Shield Crush is also good. You're just radiant all the time, which is perfect for the build. We'll go into the armor last, but with this we just run the Crystal Green set still, but it's definitely a better two-piece set and a, well, four-piece even, but because the Frost armor isn't that useful, it's definitely better survival sets. Like the two-piece is really good, but the four-piece just, I don't know, just don't think it's that good. Then obviously you can see the mods we've got here. On the helmet, you can also just go with something else if you're not running with people. You go like Strand if you're running the core, and maybe even like the intellect buff to get that extra super stats. But there's a lot of option go on the helmet. Even go with like solar and a siphon with the sunshot. Again, like this is the blade barrage you can run instead of dead shot if you're running like swap into Shards of Galanor. It's really good choice if you can swap any because some stuff's locked, but yeah, swapping to Shards of Galanor Blade's really good. And you can do the same thing with Celestial Nighthawk if you want to run Marksman instead. For neutral content though, just stick with the Deadshot one so you can just like spam kill enemies and have like Golden Gun up for ages. But it's really up to you what you want to do with the Supers, but I just recommend using like Marksman or Blade Barrage and higher end stuff. It makes enemies easier to kill. Your weapons can kind of deal with the normal enemies, so it isn't too big of an issue. Now I'll just shoot a quick like DPS rotation you can win with this. You just trip mine, melee, trip mine, shoot a shot, shoot a rocket, dodge, trip mine, well, shoot a couple shots to the core, swap to your rocket, shoot more, and your melee should be about up now. You trip mine. You could even go melee, increase any stats as well to get melee that faster. Trip mine. Swap to your rocket, perfect timing as well. Here are the mods I'm running as well. You want to see these, and then I'll show you the gameplay now. That's the build there. Like and subscribe, and hope you enjoy the build if you run it.